All right, everyone, my name is Sarah Spencer, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about traumatic brain injuries and my personal experience with one. So, not everybody at the age of 26 can say this, but I had a brain aneurysm. What is a brain aneurysm? It is a weakness in a blood vessel in your brain that bursts or leaks, causing filling of blood in the subarachnoid portion of your brain. So just a warning here, there are going to be a couple images that may make you a little uncomfortable here. They're real. Believe me, they're real. But they are a little weird. So this is how I was found on November 11th of 2011. I was found by my roommate after he received a call from my boss saying I never showed up for work. Jay-Z concerts will do that to you. So by 6 p.m. that evening, I was formally diagnosed with a subarachnoid hemorrhage, which is also known as a brain aneurysm. These are actual images of when I was admitted to the hospital. Here are a few fun facts for you all about brain aneurysms and my success rate at the time I was found. Pretty grim, yeah. So how do you fix a brain aneurysm? You have two options. You can clip it or you can coil it. Clipping tends to be a little bit more invasive, and so coiling is a newer method, but not as much used. So coiling is ultimately what they did, thankfully, and it was 100% coiled, which I am very proud to say that I am without an aneurysm at this time. But thank you. But that was not even the beginning of my trials. I went into inpatient rehab after being in a month in the hospital with ups and downs. I had to relearn how to speak, read, go to the bathroom, shower, walk, and do all those things we all take for granted. And also, I was about 100 pounds in this picture. Those were the supermodel days, I guess. And then in January 12th, I was finally released to go back to Idaho. This was all happening in New York City at the time. I was released to go back and be with my parents while I did outpatient rehab at the STARS program. So I was doing my outpatient rehab at the STARS program, basically learning how to do everything, even relearning how to drive, which is something I've been doing since 14, not well, albeit, but since I was 14. By June of that year, July rather, I returned to New York City because I'm just very stubborn. It was hard. I fell a lot. I've broken my foot twice. My balance is really, really awful still. My memory, not so good either, especially short term. So if you get me on a drinking day, I may or may not remember you. But then after 2 years, I decided to return to Boise to be closer to my family and also not spend all my vacation days traveling to visit family because those are precious. But there's a few misunderstandings that come from brain injuries. People with brain injuries can be in car accidents, they can be from battling overseas, they can be from people like me with an aneurysm at age 26. But, traumatic brain injuries can look like anyone. They can look like Vince Vaughn. But I'm trying to just kind of smash the idea that somebody like me should be in a wheelchair and crippled. No, you don't need to talk slow to me. I understand you. I can hear you just fine. But I do have little filter. I think that I'm the funniest person I know. Yeah, it's true. I am. I do fatigue easily, so no more partying until 4 a.m. and those New York nightlives. Yeah, no, that's not happening anymore. So 9 p.m. bedtime is usually pretty good for me. But I do work with an awesome team at the Red Sky office. They are pretty amazing, and Jess Flynn is pretty awesome, and then also the Red Sky team that's up here cheering me on. Yeah, I love you guys. Thank you, everyone.